Hello, everyone, and welcome to part 2 of this goddamn episode 20 podcast. For some reason, the camera just decided to go out. I think it's still working. I don't know. But basically, the first episode was nothing but Jurassic Park. So now we're going to actually talk about some other movies this week that are not just Jurassic Park movies that I watched this week. Starting with the movie that I watched. Oh, by the way, the sound in part 1 is my goddamn refrigerator. Sounds like freaking frogs. If anyone knows how to fix that, let me know. Might have to call the landlord. Don't like doing that, because that's so much work, and I'm old, and I'm lazy. So anyways, guys, let's continue talking about movies, because I only have about a half hour here before I join my movie club and watching another movie this week that you'll find out next week. But anyways, guys, starting with Whiplash. I watched this movie with my film group. This was my favorite movie of 2014, followed by Birdman, The Unexpected Virtue of Ignorance. And I thought Birdman was going to be my number one movie of that year. And then I saw Whiplash, and God, this movie is freaking incredible. The acting in this movie, J.K. Simmons won his Oscar for this movie. He is so freaking crazy in this movie. He is so scary, but also so funny, and again, terrifying. Like, the things he says is just crazy. And the man should be, like, in prison for the things he does and says in this movie. But it's also hilarious when you're watching it outside of that situation, essentially. I mean, but what he says, freaking, I can still see you, Mini-Me. It's hilarious. But if you were in that room with him, that's freaking terrifying. And I love how J.K. Simmons just freaking goes for it. Miles Teller in this movie is absolutely incredible. He was a drummer beforehand, I believe, but he really freaking got real good at it for this movie. That last scene of this movie, that's like 20-30 minutes of just at a freaking band concert. You never would have thought that the words, one of the best scenes of all time, ending scenes of all time, for a movie would come from a movie that is just a band performance, but holy crap. I was watching this with my film group, as I said, and someone in the comments literally said, I have not breathed for 15 minutes, it seems like. And it's true, this entire last scene, you're just on edge. It's tension-filled. It's so riveting and such a powerful ending to a movie. And I freaking love this goddamn movie. Just everything about it. The sound editing, the sound mixing are, in particular, fantastic in this movie. The acting, as I said, the writing, the direction. At the end of the day, this movie is very simple. It's just, a kid wants to be a good drummer, and he has to work with this butthead teacher. And it's that. It's pretty much that. And I love how simple it is. And the one negative I have with this movie is when it does kind of go over the top. Particularly, there's a scene in which there's a car accident. And then there's stuff that happens after that. I just wouldn't buy that everyone would be okay with this guy looking the way he does after this car accident. And just everyone going, okay, let him go on. No. There would be things that happen, and it's just so over the top and ridiculous. The one gripe I have with this movie. Otherwise, this movie, again, is another near-perfect movie this week that I've watched. It's a 9 out of 10 for me. Pretty much a 10. There's just a couple moments that are just a little bit over the top and ridiculous that get a little unrealistic for me. Otherwise, this movie is so flippin' good. And I love Whiplash so much. Favorite movie of 2013 it would have been. 2014. Either 2013 or 2014. I think it was 2014. Because this movie also has a lot of F-bombs in it, similar to Wolf of Wall Street. As I was rewatching this, I went, this came out in 2013, right? 2013 was the year of F-bombs. But I remembered, no, because J.K. Simmons didn't win Best Supporting Actor in 2013. That would have been Jared Leto for Dallas Buyers Club. I've gone on a Cody rant. Let's not worry about that. How many Cody rants can I go on today? After that, guys, now, again, technology has been pissing me off this week, so don't look at the other movies. We're going to start with Fire Island, guys. There really was no new movies coming out in theaters this week. Gas is almost $5 a gallon. I didn't really want to go see a new movie yesterday, at least drive all the way to Eau Claire, which is about 30-minute drive, 30 miles. That's a gallon of gas right there. My trip to go to the movies, which is kind of technically free since I have A-list, would turn into like a $20, $30 day, plus, I'd have to get some food or something, some coffee. Point is, it was going to be too expensive for me to go to the movies yesterday, so I didn't. I instead stayed home and decided to watch this new movie. It's actually been getting good reviews. It's from the director of Driveway. He did a movie in 2020. It was one of the few good movies of 2020. And so I was excited for that reason, just because he directed this movie. This movie is not my cup of tea. I will say that. It's a gay movie, I guess you could say. I don't know what the correct terminology is for that, but basically, that's not what I wanted to do. Basically, this group of guys who are all gay, they go to Fire Island, and every year they do this for a week, and it's their time to reunite and talk and hang out for a week and be a family together. And they go to this Fire Island to party and hook up and have drugs and party. So yeah, going into this movie, I knew it wasn't my cup of tea necessarily. I ended up liking this movie a lot more than I thought I would. I went in, just looking at the poster, those gentlemen are all naked. They're wearing Speedos, that's about it. And I figured there was going to be some graphic scenes, as in sex scenes with men that I didn't need to see. And I don't need to see half-naked men in Speedos. All of them, for the most part, whom are freaking models. I don't need to see that. That doesn't help my mental, physical health, because this ain't no model. But anyways, I ended up actually liking this movie more than I thought I would, considering all that. This movie, at the end of the day, is about friendship, and the two main leads of the movie, I couldn't tell you what their names are, but there's two main friends. One of them is the attractive model man of the group. The other one is the average guy of the group, and the attractive one is a guy who hooks up a lot, has sex with a bunch of random men. The other one is a guy who is looking for love, and, he's cheesy and romantical. Is romantical a word? I don't know. Anyways, so they kind of clash. The better-looking one will not hook up with a guy until the average one has hooked up with a guy to make himself feel better. And the average guy just is being himself, and conflict. We've seen this in a whole bunch of other movies before. It is very much an average kind of like party movie, except it has, gay men are the leads. And that's great. It's Pride Month. I have nothing wrong with that. I think it's important to watch movies like this. Important to understand other cultures and such like that. And I got that from this movie, and I thoroughly enjoyed this movie. I did not hate it. I will never watch it again, but this is a well-made, well-acted, all the technical crap movie. And, but there's nothing wrong with that. It does go a little bit too long. There is a character that kind of comes towards the middle of the movie, and he's kind of gone by the end of the second half of the movie. You find out, you think he's this nice guy, and then you find out he's actually a butthead. He just kind of comes and goes. And then, at the end of the day, there's not much to it. It's just, we're partying on an island. Some of us are going to hook up. Some of us aren't. We're going to get mad at each other. We're going to go home all happy. Woo-woo. That's the movie. There's nothing surprising about it. At the end of the day, though, this isn't the worst movie I watched this week. Jurassic Park 3, I'm talking to you. This movie is actually better than all the Jurassic Park movies I watched this week, besides the first Jurassic Park. I'm going to give this movie a 7 out of 10. It's an enjoyable, fun movie. It's about friends. Yeah, there's stuff in there I didn't need to see. I don't need to see a bunch of men in Speedos. I really don't. I don't need to see three-ways with men, and I saw that this week. Didn't need to see it. Nothing wrong with it, though. It's not my cup of tea. You know what I'm saying? I hope I haven't insulted anybody by talking about this movie. Next up, guys, I watched Jackass 4.5. I love Jackass Forever that came out earlier this year. I want to say March, maybe April it came out. Really loved that movie. Thought it was hilarious. I like all the Jackass movies, and particularly love Jackass Forever. This is the Netflix kind of bonus features, I guess, of Jackass Forever. They show kind of how they recruited the new people. They showed how the idea kind of started in what was it? I want to say August of 2019 or something like that. And then the actual movie didn't start filming until about March 2020. It shows how they got shut down during COVID and came back in October of 2021 or 2020. Yeah, and it just kind of shows some outtakes, I guess, some stunts that they tried and just didn't think were very funny. And it's a good little hour and a half little bonus feature movie thing, which I enjoy. I wish we had more of these, honestly. I would love to have gotten a Spider-Man No Way Home 0.5. I don't know. You know, Spider-Man No Way Home 0.5, where they just kind of talked about the whole process of the movie. I like these kind of things. These things are great. And like Fire Island, I also saw a lot of dick. Something that was mentioned in this documentary is how they broke the record for most amount of dick in an R-rated movie. Congratulations. Yuck. Ugh. There are just some very interesting things that my dick hurts after watching Jackass Forever and Jackass 4.5. It really does. But yeah, this is a good little behind the scenes thing. It's fun. It's funny. Not quite as enjoyable as Jackass Forever, I would say. I think I gave Jackass Forever an 8 or a 9. This is another 7 out of 10 for me. I never want to watch this again. I prefer just to watch Jackass Forever. But I learned some interesting things from this. This was kind of like a video commentary of Jackass Forever. Just not a commentary. It was actually a full-fledged documentary. And I enjoyed it. I thought it was very interesting, very fun. I keep checking my watch. I apologize. I don't want this freaking video to go out, especially when I have 29 minutes before I'm supposed to start watching a movie with my film group. So anyways, guys, yeah, Jackass 4.5. It was a pretty fun, behind-the-scenes 0.5. Solid 7 out of 10 for me. Next up, guys, you remember how I was talking about how I didn't want to go to the movies yesterday because it's $5 for gas? Well, I decided to drive about 15 miles, to go see a couple movies. It's $5 Tuesday at the other movie theater in the closer town than the Eau Claire one where I usually go to see movies at the AMC. So I went to the local theater, did $5 Tuesdays, a little cheaper, a little bit more affordable, had a cheap lunch. Yeah, it was fine. And I decided to go see Top Gun Maverick once again. Not in IMAX, unfortunately. I'm hoping to do that this weekend, actually, when I go to Minnesota. But I went and saw Top Gun Maverick again. Guys, this movie is absolutely flippin' incredible. And I think I liked this movie even more the second time. It's truly just a feel-good movie at the end of the day. I cannot believe how happy this movie made me. I cannot believe how much I was smiling like fucking Tom Cruise at the end of this movie. It's such a happy, powerful movie. And the first time I saw this movie, I was getting emotional in the sense I was just kind of getting choked up. Wasn't actually crying or anything like that, but this second time, I was tearing up. I full-fledged had some tears running down my face by the end of this movie. It was just, particularly the Iceman scene, and then just the end. The end of this movie is just such a happy moment. It's just everyone being happy, hugging each other. I don't know. It just made me so happy. I was full-fledged. There was tears on my face. I'll admit it. I was bro crying. I was man crying because, man, all the bros are so happy. They're just so nice. So nice. It's so nice just to see a movie like this that just makes you want to smile. Tom Cruise smile, flash those teeth. I can't quite do it. Quick little Cody rant. I lost my front teeth a long time ago. I have 2 fake front teeth, and I spent so many years hiding my teeth since I didn't have any teeth that my lip just kind of does this. You can't really tell that I'm showing my teeth, but I'm trying. Let's try this for a third flipping time. Top Gun Maverick. It's really good. Nearly a perfect movie. 9 out of 10. It's a flipping good movie. If you haven't seen this movie, I think you have. I think everyone has. Watch it again. It's such a good movie. I think I'm going to go see it in IMAX this week. Hopefully, we will see. I don't know what's wrong with my freaking phone or what's wrong with my technology, but gah! Next up, guys, I went and saw Bob's Burger Movie. This is like the only movie I haven't seen in theaters, so I finally watched it today. I'm going to let you know, I have never, ever seen the TV show, not a single episode, maybe the intro. That's about it. So I had no expectations going into this movie. I do like shows like Family Guy. I like American Dad. It's fine. Yeah. Other than that, that's all I got with this going into it. I didn't know much about it at all. Usually my expectations with things that are TV shows and then are turned into movies or something like that, I go in going, if I like this movie, maybe I'll watch the show. Kind of what I did with Ted. I went into Ted going, if I like Ted, I'll watch Family Guy. Just because I knew it was Seth MacFarlane. Excuse me. So I went into this movie going, I don't know if I'm going to like it. We'll see. And I liked it. It's fine. It felt like 2 episodes of a TV show kind of combined together. And it was fine. All the characters were very interesting. The movie was kind of funny. This was a movie I chuckled at. There was never any laugh out loud moments for me. There was 4 other people in the theater. Not that many people seemed interested in it because nobody was there. And the people in the theater really didn't laugh much. We chuckled. There's a lot of chuckles in this. So I think this would be a show I would watch in the background. It wasn't a terrible movie by all means. I'm never going to probably watch this movie ever again. I don't think I'll ever watch the show necessarily. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe eventually I'll watch this show, but as of now, I'm not excited to watch the show after watching this. Yeah, it was enjoyable enough, but after getting out of Top Gun, this movie just kind of fell flat for me. Not a terrible movie. It was enjoyable enough. Like I said, I don't want to watch it again necessarily, though. It's a 6 out of 10 for me. I wanted to laugh more. I wanted to, just enjoy it a little bit more, but it kind of fell flat. And it's a mystery. This movie has a mystery plot to it, and I knew right away who it was, who the bad guy was. I kind of figured it out very quickly. It was very generic and paint by numbers. So that was disappointing. But at the end of the day, like I said, it was enjoyable. I didn't hate this movie. It was just fine. And sometimes movies are just fine. And, you just never watch them again. I want to make sure it's still working. My watch went black and I don't like them. But yeah, Bob's Burger Movie, it was fine. 6 out of 10. Nothing spectacular. I don't plan on ever watching it again. I don't know if I ever necessarily plan watching the show, but you never know. Now let's talk about the one big movie coming out this week that might take away from Top Gun's box office, and that is Jurassic World Dominion. Hi, guys. As you know, I just rewatched all the Jurassic Park movies. I'm not that excited for this. The original cast are coming back, yes, but Colin Trevorrow, who did Jurassic World, is also coming back to direct this one. He also, I think, co-wrote all 3 of these World movies, or at least produced all 3 of them. I don't know. And I didn't know that, but Justice Smith is coming back, the guy who just screamed a bunch in the last one. I mean, I don't know, guys. I do like that this movie is taking place in our world, and there's just dinosaurs everywhere. That's kind of cool. But going to the movies today, I saw the newest trailer twice because of the 2 movies I went to. And both times, the trailer that I saw was just, eh. So this movie's about saving Blue's daughter. or child or baby or whatever the hell it is. That's it. It just seems like they're going nowhere with this movie or this plot, and I'm just not that excited about it. There's been some first reactions. I think it is still positive on Rotten Tomatoes at like 80%. Critics that I enjoy, their first responses weren't so great on social media. But I'll go into it optimistic. I'll hope that it's good, but I don't got a lot of faith in this one, I'll be perfectly honest. And yeah, my excitement level for this one's like a 5 out of 10. I don't care too much. I honestly don't. But dinosaurs eating people, that's fun. And yeah, that's the third part of this god ding show, guys. I don't know what happened this week. I think it's something to do with my storage on my phone. I have to look into that. Yeah. Anyways, guys, please do comment on these videos, like them, keep watching. We're nearly at 5K for my last freaking video, and that astonishes me. Thank you so much for watching, guys. This week, I probably won't get to watch too many movies. I'm going to be watching a movie in 12 minutes with my movie club here. And then I'm going to be going to Minnesota on Thursday and Friday. Maybe go see Top Gun in IMAX again. Maybe go see Jurassic World in IMAX, or just see it, period. Yeah, I'll come back on Sunday night. Maybe get to watch a movie then. Monday and Tuesday are going to be busy days. I might be able to go to movies on Monday, though. So you never know. But again, if I go to the movies, it's pretty much just going to be new movies. Anyways, guys, yeah, I hope you enjoyed these 3 videos now. I'm going to try to turn this last 2 into 1, and yeah. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys have a great week. We will hopefully see you next time, as long as this god ding dang technology works.